Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys today. Going to be talking to you about Bittensor TAO. I am pretty impressed by the way this crypto held up. But remember, whatever we say is not financial advice. However, if you like what you see today, we just ask you to like and subscribe to our channel. We are growing. We just ask you to grow with us. We thank you very much for your attention. Now, let's just go ahead and look in Tau very quickly. The last 24 hours, Tau has only gone down a fraction of a percentage point. So we see the market cap is 2.4 billion. And right now, we also see that according to the circulating supply, we only have about 11 million Tau out there. The total supply is the same as Bitcoin, of course, as far as the 21 million. So let's go ahead and take a look at the week. For the week, Tau is down about 9%. And for the month, Tau is down 23%. So not a whole lot going on. For the year, it's down 35%. But as far as Bitcoin and other crypto and et cetera goes, we know that we're in very good shape. So one of the things we want to look at is the fact that although Bitcoin went below 60,000, Tau was like really holding strong. And I noticed that at no time, because I was hoping to scoop it up, but at no time did Tau go below $200. And Tau's been holding really strong throughout a lot of the markets and whatnot. So we got to understand that something is happening that is causing Tau to stay on a steady path. But we'll go into that a little bit more later. Now let's go ahead and look at the whole scene of crypto. And in this case, we're dealing with extreme fear. And we have 17 is the fear. Noticing right here, the market cap is down to 2.09 trillion, very low compared to what it has been. Well, I would say low compared to what it has been. And so we have Bitcoin at 60,000, Ethereum at 1,600. But for the most part, there are some cryptos that are down, but I noticed like with Tau and some of the others, they didn't go down very far. Bitcoin appeared to be taking a nosedive, but let's go ahead and look at the Bitcoin dominance, which has gone down a little bit. So Bitcoin dominance is down to 58.2%, Ethereum at 9.3%, and you got your others at 32.4%. The 32.4% is a little bit higher than what we've seen in the other two as far as the Bitcoin and the Ethereum. So one of those that appears to be taking on a little bit more of the percentage is Bittensor TAO itself. So just a heads up, TAO is holding strong in the midst of these fears and in the midst of Bitcoin going down a little further. So let's go ahead and look at some of the information we have, some of it old, some of it new, to give us explanation because of this. And so right here, this is from cryptobriefing.com, talking about the ecosystem for Bittensor. Bittensor activates dynamic TAO, restructuring emission model around real-time staking flows. The AI-focused blockchain now rewards subnets based on actual capital inflows, not token price, creating a Darwinian competition for emissions. In other words, a survival of the fittest type of system for Bittensor TAO, which causes it to really rise above many cryptos, etc. The subnets are based on this, and so now that we're rewarding subnet flows, this is very powerful. It's based on actual capital inflows. Let's go a little bit further, and this is going to be from the defiant.io. And so let's look at this a little bit. This is from March, but it still applies for now. And just to give you a heads up on what was going on in March a little bit, and use it as a microcosm for what is going on today. So Bittensor subnet token surge as TAO rally boosts the ecosystem. Bittensor subnet tokens cumulative valuation has climbed to 1.5 billion as nearly every token in the ecosystem posts double or triple 30-day gains. So in other words, it's giving us the power of the Bittensor TAO ecosystem. Now, this was what was going on as far as March, but it's just giving you a nice little breakdown. Decentralized artificial intelligence protocol Bittensor native TAO token has rallied roughly 90% over the last month from about 180 to above 332 as of March, and the momentum is spilling over into its subnet ecosystem, token ecosystem. So just to give you a heads up that the subnet token ecosystem is what is keeping TAO so afloat. Yeah, it's down from where it was, but at the same time, so is everything, right? Now, let's go to see if I've got one of these or two. I want to go ahead and get my information here. Yeah. So this is from X, formerly known as Twitter. And this is from Our Crypto Talk. It says TAO has started to kill zombie subnets. No product, no roadmap, no inflows, no rewards. This not only means a kill shot for the zombie subnets, but a positive for the actual builders in the Bittensor system. In other words, that type of survival of the fittest that we were talking about is still in effect. Several people are acknowledging that, including Our Crypto Talk. Shout out to them. A little bit further in, this is from Norden.eth, and this is mentioning the fact that TAO is playing out exactly as expected. Everyone was focused on the breakdown. Nobody was paying attention to the liquidity sweep. So the support held, the sellers got exhausted, the price started reclaiming higher, which is exactly what happened, guys. Says the panic came first, the recovery came after. And try to read this a little bit. $240 is still the destination. Nothing has changed. In other words, Bittensor TAO held strong. Now, Bittensor, last but not least, let's look at this information right here. And if you notice in this one, how the chart, this is the 1 month chart, as a matter of fact. I want you to see this. The beginning of this, in the month of June, right here was where Bittensor was below 200. And so at that point, begin to rise again. See the gigantic green candle here. And I'm noticing this is where we were just a few moments ago, where we had a drop with the red candle, but all of a sudden we had a large, not quite as large green candle, but it's pretty large. And so what is happening is it appears that TAO is starting to stabilize itself and probably is going to head back to the 220s real soon. So just a little bit of a heads up on giving you an idea of what we're dealing with. But I will say this much, guys. The powerful thing about TAO, and let me go back to here, see if there's anything else we need to talk about. Those are pretty good. I think we're overall in great shape. And as you see, TAO, like I said before, TAO is heading back to the 220s. As you can see, going this way. TAO represents the market's conviction that autonomous AI infrastructure is a real category and that the agents running on it will become a dominant force in on-chain activity. Not going to read much more than that. Shout out to Bruno Silva for that post. But guys, just saying, TAO is holding strong and it will hold strong. If you're able to get it a little bit below 200, that was exciting. Now, don't know if it's going to go all the way back there because if you notice, even when in the midst of that dip, Tao was holding strong. I know for sure that, not financial advice, but we've seen Tao over 300. And once things really start getting situated in the market, we're looking for Tao to go back to 3 and then maybe as high as 4, et cetera, et cetera. But keep in mind that Tao has been pretty strong. And according to what I see, the all time high was 767. So I'm looking to see Tao go much further than what it is now. From what I can see from here, Tao is going to be strong investment. Don't forget, if it's holding this strong now in the midst of the tough times, once things really start getting situated and times are better, expect Tao to do better. Let's say much, much better. It's Al Real Life Investing. Keep your eyes on Tao. It's holding tough, holding strong, and we expect Tao to be really prospering when the time comes. So look for this guy to jump and be in great standings. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.